Welcome to Business Time. I am Melisha, and today we will be looking at production and productivity. Now, let's look at what is production. Production is the process of using certain inputs, such as material, and converting it to goods and services, which we'll consider to be the output. So, we can say that production is the creation of raw materials or the converting of raw materials into finished or semi-finished goods. So we can say that production is the creation of goods and services. For example, a dressmaker may turn the cloth that she has and convert it into a dress. That is production. So in a restaurant, you might have the chef who will prepare use the raw material, the chicken, the rice, whatever it is, and convert it into a delicious dish of, say, perhaps curry chicken and rice. Yes. Now, when we talk about productivity now is a measure of how much output that can be produced from a given level of input. So a given unit of input is considered to be very productive if it can produce a good amount of output. For example, how many uniforms could a dressmaker sew within an hour? So various input can be used, like the labor, the machines, the capital. So in other words, how much more productive will these inputs that are used will make the business? And so sometimes to increase productivity, businesses may introduce new machinery or equipment, or they may train workers. So remember now that production looks at what is produced, and productivity looks at how well or quickly, how efficiently the products are being produced. Productivity is very important because when a business is productive, it is producing greater and better output. And when there's rising productivity, guess what? There is rising income, greater profit for the business, and greater opportunity for export. When the workers are trained, they would definitely become more productive. Just imagine before a factory worker was trained, or someone who is, let's say, a dressmaker or a tailor. Let's say the dressmaker or tailor could make 15 uniforms per day. Now, after training, and the dressmaker or the tailor would have learned certain skills, and by the end of the day, the person could be able to double that amount that is being produced. And so training and educating your workers, that will in turn allow the business to become so much more profitable and competitive. We are going to be looking at several ways in which we can make labor more productive. The first one is to improve the labor supply. Now, the labor supply refers to the number of hours that the labor force is prepared to work for at a given wage rate. So you realize that to increase the labor supply, one way to do that is to increase the wage rate. Yes, so more persons will be willing to work for more money. So you'll find that persons will be willing to work for longer hours if they know that they will be paid more. And so that will increase the productivity of the business. Another way to make the labor force more productive is to have human resource development. Now, what is human resource development? It's basically enhancing your workforce by training, educating your workers. So it's all about providing greater opportunities for the workers to become more effective and motivated. So workers can be engaged with on-the-job training or off-the-job training so that they can perform their jobs better, provide opportunities for workers to be able to perhaps study at institutions, tertiary institutions, or training institutions. A well-trained worker will naturally be more productive than any other. Another way to make the labor force more productive is that the workers need to have a positive work ethic. And when we talk about having a positive work ethic, it is simply meaning that the workers believe that, they are to work hard at whatever task they are given to do, and to do it to the best of their ability. A worker who has a poor work ethic will not be as productive as he or she could be. And so it's so important that every worker understands how important their contribution is to the productivity of the workplace. Any worker who has a very good work ethics will always be very productive, because they will not be wasting time. They will not be idling when they should be working. They will not be, doing other things or doing online shopping at work when they are supposed to be doing their work that they're getting paid for. And so it's so important that workers have very good work ethics. Employers will choose people or will promote persons who have very good work ethics for the most part above those who have very little. And you will see that in most instances, people will tell you, even in your institutions, your teachers, persons around you who you see will get promoted, are those persons who are considered to be hard workers. If given a task, they get it done. That's having very good work ethics. For some of you, even while you're in school, you need to work on your work ethics, because sometimes you get an assignment, you don't do it, as opposed to others who, when they do get their assignments, they get it done even before the due date. That's very good work ethics. And so even now for you, you have to start developing the habit of just working hard and doing well. And another factor that can increase the productivity of a business is to use more capital. We're talking about machine. So let's imagine a workplace that is labor intensive compared to one that is capital intensive. The one that is capital intensive would naturally be using more machine and equipment to produce their goods and provide their services. And so naturally, having the machine and equipment that will work faster than people would, they will be able to produce a lot more. And so increasing the level of capital within the workplace will naturally cause that business to be more productive. Hope you have a greater understanding of productivity and how important productivity is to the success of an organization. All right. Hope you learned something. See you next time.